Hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. City Skylines Part 2. Our new island map. Well, temperate island map. How's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. Lots has been going on, so I apologize. There was no video for Thursday, but I did get a lot done, as you might be able to tell. I'm also using quiet voice because it is pretty late at night. I will tell you from the very start that my computer is giving me major issues with this game. The temperature outside is rising rapidly and we don't have air conditioning. So I am really babying my computer. The CPU temperature is just going up way too high and the computer sounds like a jet engine, and I've said it before, I'll probably continue to say it. It just makes me very anxious. So I am babying my computer, and I'm also taking this build slow, being careful with my planning and placement, and I just hope that that's okay with everybody. So the first thing you might notice, well, let's zoom on in here. We now have a university. We actually needed one. Population growth kept being in demand, which I always like. And I had mentioned that for this side, I had wanted the dark green and dark blue and offices to come in. And offices require a university education. So before I did anything, I built this. This is just 2 parking garages with a university and a library. And then later on we got our university clock tower as well. This is so cute. I used this in the last build and I really like it. It's got the little chirper guy on there. But anyway, I built this first. And then I slowly added dark green and dark blue. Later on, I came in. This is a mix of dark and light blue. And then on this side, it's just offices. We have all offices on this side of the street. I do not have it connected at the moment because I'm concentrating here, but I'm trying to think of what we're going to be doing on these other islands. So again, these are offices and a mix of dark and light blue. Then I came along, and in our older town here, I had put down a bus station, which is not even turned on at this moment. But later on, after I had built all this up, I came in with a metro. No, this is a train station. This is the metro. And this is our bus line. And again, none of them are turned on and hooked up. I just hooked up the train line here, and I might have to drag that out a little bit more. It looks a little high. So we will be implementing transportation. Oh dear, the sun's going down just as we came over here. I found this beach as well. It's not as big as the other one, but it's still there. And I think it might be either this way or over here on this side. Might be, I don't know. There are a lot of pointy mountains there. Yeah, I think this is the best way to go behind these buildings and come over here. And again, I'm all for setting up ferry service, but I think we could also get the train to go across here and even the metro. If we have ferry, do we need a road though? These are issues that are constantly slowing me down. It's like, well, there should be a connection, obviously, between one island and another. And we do have road service through all, which is the expressway. So maybe if they wanted to get over here or over here, they would have to take the ferry, unless they wanted to hop on the expressway and drive. And I don't know if that's a good idea or not, because I don't know if that's going to make traffic bad. But here's what I did, and hopefully nighttime won't last too long. But maybe you can see the roads better this way, who knows. This is the separation, the road coming off of our roundabout between higher end buildings and lower end. And I did implement, because these are two separate districts. This is one district here, all of this, and then all of this is another district. So I gave these guys higher education, and I gave these guys schools out so that our industry could continue to thrive. We do still need it. Our highly educated is not as high as I had assumed it would be at this point. And then we had an issue with garbage, so that's why we have two for this side and a very efficient one for this side. Okay, our sun is starting to come up, but it's raining. So in the last video, I had mentioned I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the beach area here, but I did go ahead. They needed Grandpa and Grandma, so I put Grandpa and Grandma down here. But I did go ahead and I gave this side of the road the housing. It goes all the way down. And then this is just pretty. But I didn't go overboard so that these guys could maintain their view here. Why do I keep saying the sun's going to come up when it doesn't? It looks like it gets lighter to me, so I apologize. So I didn't block their view off too badly. And there's lots of places to walk. And I did go through, I didn't get all the way finished, but I'm plunking down the cute park assets, the gazebos and the playthings, the mobile food trucks, things like that. So that's throughout here. On this side of the expressway, which I'm calling it an expressway, and it's just a 6-laner that goes around the entire area. I think what I might do, I'm not quite sure at this point, but there is an asset on the workshop that has usable beach. They're like, I believe, picnic tables with umbrellas and then just umbrellas with beach chairs or something. I'm going to give that a shot and see what happens. So then I'm going to come and bring you over here because I had to rearrange our industry because we're again getting low on sewage. So I just updated the sewage from normal to the big eco-friendly ones. We have 3 and that seems to be doing a terrific job. And I moved our industry back over this way. I didn't really want to go on this side of the road because I want to just keep bringing the sewage down that way as the game advances. But I'm not too concerned about it at the moment because I always end up making a dedicated place for the electricity, the sewage, and the garbage. We just haven't gotten to that point yet. So here is another garbage building for this side. And then I have a smaller one somewhere in here for these guys. And then it's just industry along this road, which I intend to move out. And then I moved industry off of this. It was all in here. And I moved it back. Yeah, this was our original industry. I'm moving it back because our people are starting to encroach. They're not too close to ground pollution or noise. And this has not even filled in. No, I didn't put any here because this is where a bus depot is. So I filled out here. Boy, I wish the sun would come back up. I'm on 3. I don't know what's taking so long. But this all did fill in. It was a little bit slow. And I did take my time. Like I'd do a block. And then I'd go do some decorating or whatever, and then I'd do another block, and then I'd go out and do some more decorating. So there is a lot of nice prettiness within these buildings where I could get it. You see the pathways here, and I did try as best I could to follow the curve of the 6-lane road, and then these are 4s in here. There are no 2s. The 2s are on this side and the 4s are over here. And I like the way it turned out. I hope that you guys do too. I just wish the sun would come up. It looks like it is. Okay. Wait, this is sunset side, so the sunrise side should be over here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we have sunrise. So hopefully I can zoom in and show you what I did. Our population is up. Obviously, I guess, because I've added so much more. But I'm surprised at how well it has filled out. I thought it was going to take a while because the minute I would start plunking down the dark green, the green bar down here would just dip. So I'd stop. I forgot to get the name of the 2x2 buildings. I do apologize, but it's a great asset on the workshop. And I have yet to take care of my road trees. So I will get to that eventually. And I did come in and fill in as much of our hilly areas as possible. But I hope you see what I mean here. This is places for people to walk. Eventually they will be able to get beach access across this big road. They'll either go under it or over it. I haven't decided yet. Maybe a little bit of both in either area. But I just decorated, fancied it up. Got some gazebos going and things like that. And then we will eventually be taking care of this because we have to start thinking about branching out. I think we're done with this little patch of land here. Well, there's a lot down here, but I don't know yet. Should we do industry or should we keep making housing? I don't know. But let's go over here. They do have on this side high school and elementary in their own little block. No. This is high school and elementary. There's childcare. Yeah, so this is high school. And elementary is on the other side. It is the large one. So sorry about that. Their high school is here with tennis and basketball. And on the main road coming in, I have office. So nobody should get jammed up here. I have nothing on this side because these are the dark blue and light blue businesses. So we have offices lining this for noise. Lots of places to walk around. I tried decorating as best I could. So all you have in here is dark green. And then you come down to this, and I did put business on the 6-laner, but only in this pocket. We have a hospital. Only here. And this is another grandpa and grandma. So this is dark blue. And that's the only place that I have it. I left this open so that we can decide what to do here. And then over here, I believe I put offices to hide the garbage. And I'm hoping these guys will build up a little bit. But they had very tiny squares. So I hope this is okay. They're supposed to be clean recycling centers. But they're not. The noise is like 100. So that's why I had to put offices here. But they're on very small squares. I needed another water tower, so I have one there. And I think I mentioned in the last video that I went on to the workshop and I got quite a few of these pretty assets. But we need to get down here so that you can see what I did before the sun goes down again. Why does night take so long and yet the day doesn't seem to last forever? And this has like gazebos and play areas. And I think I already mentioned it, food trucks and things like that. I didn't get them everywhere, but I do plan on coming back and trying my best to make that happen. So over here is where we have our bus line. These were the guys I was talking about in the last video clogging up this was the only area where we had an issue with traffic. So I built them this. I also put one over here by the university. But traffic has been, knock on wood, relatively nice to us. 85 is the highest I got. So yeah, I put one over here so that these guys could get to school. So these are the only two areas where I have the overpasses. However, I noticed an issue with trucks coming into the city. They get on the roundabout And instead of going to, because I clicked on like 3 or 4 of them and they were all heading in this direction here to an industry. But instead of coming around and going this way, they were coming off the roundabout, going through here, over to here, down to this road, and then over. So no trucks, no trucks, no trucks. And it seems to have worked. So bus terminal, hopefully for these guys, connecting over here. So I'd probably take one line from here to this terminal. I'm not sure yet. And then I would hopefully connect as best as I can without destroying everything. Nice routes that they would want to use. And I did hook this train line up. So this is our industry cargo, and this is going to be our passenger. So I have to get this line to come through here somehow, along with our metro. Well, this is our metro. So I'm trying to think of a way to get... I could throw metro underground after going over here, but I don't see the point, because you're going to have to come across the water anyway. And then the train line as well. I might have to move these businesses, and I'm not averse to doing that. I added this, so we have more low density in this area here. They also have another library. So I have a library for these guys on either end. And then I just added these houses here and more. These guys have a lot of places to visit. That's all I can say. I think more than my upscale area here. So they have all of this, which I just worked on today. I have not taken care of this yet because I wasn't quite sure. This is our 6-laner. And because of my computer, I was not too happy about plunking down trees, but I could at least get a nice path with the playthings and the food trucks in this area, and then the trees for noise on this side. So this is Grandma and Grandpa and the library and lots of places to play. I did hook up as many as I could. So what I need to work on is our beach areas and our ferry lines, metro and bus. I'm not sure we really need a train line in yet. I'm not too sure about an inner city bus line either, but I'm thinking if I did do that, I don't see why the inner city couldn't be across the street from our local. There would be no problem with that. And I think there are enough places around here for tourists to visit anyway. The question becomes, do we continue building out this way, looking for industry, mining, and oil and farming? Or do we pick a place out this way to do that, away from these guys, which is what I'm thinking might be the best idea, and then continue with people in here and then over here. So have the people coming through here, which I think would be a nice thing to do. And then our industries could take up these areas out here, because we could get the shipping in for cargo. I just don't know. I really have to think about it a lot. I'll show you what I'm dealing with here. This is so tough for me. Here's our beach down here and our ferry. There is farming here, but I just think this would be much better for people. And so would this. Keep our people going over this way. And then we could come over here where there's a lot more trees and stuff and do some mining and farming, I suppose. Even forestry, I guess. We could add some forestry in maybe where it's not as noticeable, maybe even over this way. And then the oil is the only thing that's stumping me. I think this is the only spot on the entire map where oil is on the ground instead of in the water. Because this beach area, those islands, are covered in oil, and I don't know that I can bring myself to do that. There are pockets of oil here as well. I'm not sure what to do. This looks like the best area to farm, and I wouldn't mind doing that right here. Set up a community over here, and then maybe one here. That might be an idea. I don't know. I'd have to really Well, I do have to really think about it and look at it and stare at it, and oh my goodness. Okay, so that was that. Now here's our traffic. Oh, 86%. You see, the only area is industry coming in and out. They do have two, but because I'm not really liking where industry is at the moment, I could be more concerned, but our traffic is doing so well. I guess we don't really have to worry about it too much. But yes, people are coming in and they are leaving, so I know everything's working fine. And then the last thing we look at here is, I've been watching this carefully. You can tell down here we have no more demand, but industry is high. And from what I understand, when that occurs, when you build out your industry, then the green will come back. I'm aware of that. So that's why I'm thinking maybe we should start working on these types of industries. Forestry, farming, or in oil, and oil being the last one, because right now we are importing, but we're still making money. We're at a steady pace here, and this continues to go down because there is not that much to do here, which I'm aware of and I'm on top of it. I just have to... I just have to think, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Where do I go next? Where do I put this? So that is where I'm at with this. I don't like this Hemlock Park name either. I'm not happy with it. If you guys would like to suggest names for our districts and our county, that would be wonderful. I'm all for it. Your suggestions would help me out a lot. But I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I thank you very much for sticking with me to the end. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. Take very good care of yourselves. Have an absolutely fabulous day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.